Hi everybody and welcome to week 6. I am back and I am ready to work. So congratulations on reaching the final week of NS5343 teaching and practice settings. Your engagement, reflection and commitment throughout the term have been genuinely commendable. This week we turn our attention to two critical elements of clinical teaching that not only support learner development but also shape who we are as educators. The first focus is debriefing as an effective teaching and learning method. Debriefing is more than just a simple recap. It is an intentional and structured conversation that invites learners to reflect, make meaning, and apply learning from clinical or simulated experiences. When facilitated well, it promotes clinical reasoning through guided questioning and analysis and fosters psychological safety that supports openness and growth, and encourages learner autonomy through self-assessment and goal setting. Throughout the week, you will explore different debriefing frameworks and consider how to adapt them to a range of learning environments, and while also reflecting on the educator's role in balancing emotional safety with constructive challenge. As you engage with the content, consider how you can structure your debriefing to promote deeper thinking and what skills you need to develop in order to guide learners effectively through reflective dialogue. Equally important is the role of self-reflection in your development as an educator. In a fast-paced clinical environment, it can be easy to move quickly from one teaching moment to the next without having to take the time to reflect on its essential. It is essential for intentional and responsive teaching. Self-reflection enables you to assess your strengths and blind spots, understand how your values, emotions, and assumptions influence your teaching, and make deliberate decisions about how to adapt your approach to better meet learner needs. This week encourages you to pause and critically examine your own teaching practice, reflecting on recent clinical education experiences to identify where you felt confident and where you felt challenged. Being a reflective practitioner is not about striving for perfection, but about remaining open, curious, and committed to ongoing growth. Both debriefing and self-reflection are foundational in creating safe, supportive, and effective clinical learning environments. Debriefing helps learners make sense of complex clinical experiences, supporting the development of critical thinking, emotional resilience, and the ability to learn from both success and error. And at the same time, self-reflection is central to your own professional growth, helping you to become more intentional in your teaching, strengthen your relationships with learners, and develop a clearer sense of your identity as an educator. By investing in these skills, you're not only enhancing your own practice, but also contributing to a culture of reflective, learner-centered, and compassionate healthcare education. So by the end of this week, you should be able to discuss debriefing as an effective teaching and learning method and illustrate the importance of self-reflection as an educator. The key events this week is that your final assessment is due this Friday, the 17th of April at 11:59 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. You will have a live Collaborate session this week on Wednesday, the 15th from 11:30 till 12:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And again, while these aren't mandatory, they are highly beneficial, but recordings will be made available afterward. The regular Connect sessions with me are back. So join me for our informal staff-student Connect sessions, Tuesdays 1:30 till 2, Thursdays from 12 till 12:30, and Fridays from 9:30 till 10 a.m, all Australian Eastern Standard Time. This is our last opportunity to discuss things, all content assessment driven. I'd love to have the challenge to engage with you and talk about all this content. Making the most of this week, engage with the week 6 content. Again, please set aside the time to work through that content. I regularly check the discussion boards. I love your reflections. Your insights really matter. The topics are shorter this week to allow you to fully invest in your final assessment, please. So please ensure that you read over your feedback from assessment 1 and make any amendments necessary to this one. Attend that live, collaborate, and don't forget for those drop-in sessions. If you're needing support, look, unexpected events can occur at any time. So if you need assistance in this final week, please make sure you reach out to me. So over the past few weeks, you've explored the foundations of adult learning, examined practical teaching strategies in the clinical environment, and you've reflected on your roles as both an educator and a role model. These skills are not only theoretical, they are immediately applicable to your day-to-day practice. And whether you're providing opportunistic teaching on the ward, facilitating structured learning, or guiding learners through critical reflection, you now have a deeper understanding of how to foster meaningful and learner-centered experiences in real-time clinical settings. As you complete your final tasks, please take a moment to recognise the growth you've achieved, not just as clinicians, but as educators committed to building a supportive and effective learning culture. Thank you for your contributions to this learning community. I wish you all the best as you carry this knowledge forward to inspire and empower the next generation of healthcare professionals. If this is your final education subject, I want to wish you a heartfelt congratulations and all the very best for the journey ahead. I truly hope the combination of these subjects have given you a strong foundation and helped shape the kind of educator you aspire to be, that is confident, compassionate and impactful. If you are continuing on, I look forward to welcoming you back in either NS5342, Principles of Education for the Health Professional, NS5344, Clinical Coaching, or NS5345, Contemporary Healthcare Education. It's always a pleasure to learn alongside such dedicated professionals. Take care and keep in touch. Bye.